Hi everyone, Mary Lou Andre back again with our May edition of Beyond Dressing Well Live. We've missed you. We have not been here since April 1st, and here we are. May 13th, I think it is, hopping on with our May show, which is always very exciting for us around here because if you've been in our world for a while, you know that we love summer. And the time to be thinking about summer wardrobe planning is not that first hot day when you're going to a party or a beach, but it's right around now so that when the really nice weather hits, you're prepared. So we're actually calling tonight's show Maycember because I don't know about you, but boy, it is like Christmas around here. It's like December without all the lights and all the candy. But I heard somebody say Maycember a couple weeks ago, and I've adopted that term because with our own lives, with our clients' lives, we are planning outfits for weddings, graduations, reunions, Mother's Day, the Devil Wears Prada parties, you name it. Folks have a lot going on this time of year, and it's an exciting time of year to dress, of course, because of the events, because of the social situations that a lot of us have, and because if you live here in the Northeast or in other areas of the company, it has been so darn cold for the past couple of months that it's so nice when the weather does turn to be able to wear your whites and your brights and not have to worry about all those heavy coats. So I've broken the program down into two components tonight. Again, it is definitely a celebration of Maycember, and it's also a celebration of our May blog, 5 summer wardrobe capsules to start building now. And again, build and now are the key words that you should be thinking of as we go through this program. So hello, Sarah, who's over there monitoring the chat. I see a lot of people coming in. Please say hello. Let us know where you're calling in from. We'd love to know who's on the line. And as I always say, I hope that you all walk away with 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 fresh ideas. And a lot of what we talk about on this show doesn't cost you a nickel. Some of it does. We're talking about clothes after all. But a lot of what we try to do is share our mindset, our love, our passion for getting dressed and out the door as simply as possible. So number 1 on our list, and the really interesting thing, let me back up for a moment. When you talk about capsule wardrobe building, our firm has a very different approach to that. I think that capsule wardrobing is a very misunderstood term. There's a lot of people that will come to us and say, I just want a capsule. And they think that somehow if they get a capsule, which they often can't really articulate what that is, they think somehow magically the wardrobe and their outfits are just going to come together. So yes, you do need building blocks. I like to use that language more than capsule because I think it's more accurate to really have a wardrobe that is highly functional, and I will walk through how we build some of our capsules for summer, but there's so much more to it. It's about your style vibe. It's about your fit. It's about the fabrics that feel good on you. It's about the accessories. Do you like to have a lot of accessories or are you a minimalist? It's about the colors. And of course, as you all know, you got to tie it back to your calendar. You can have the prettiest capsules. And again, I don't think there's a big definition about what that is. It just seems to be like a magical solution. I can see you laughing, Sarah Zengo, because we talk about this all the time. But none of that can solve your problem if you really don't have a handle on those 4 big F words that we're talking about all the time, which is fit, fabric, function, flair. There's also a 5th one, foundation. So looking at your calendar, even I was getting ready for the show and I looked at everything that we've done here. Our last live show was April 1st, but we've been to Bella the Ball and back. We took a group of clients to see The Devil Wears Prada, which is so fun. I have been to baby showers and wedding showers. My dining room table, again, the May-Sember theme is just full with presents that are going out for graduations and weddings and babies. And it's busy. And I've had 60th birthday parties. I went to a Cinco de Mayo party last week. We had a fundraiser in my hometown of Needham. Put in the chat if you came and went shopping with us. We did a really nice event, raised a little bit of money for our foundation in Needham. We took a group of folks to the Closet Exchange, a lot of fun. But all of those activities, never mind work, seeing clients, doing family things, exercising. Like if you don't have a handle on your wardrobe and know how to make quick decisions that are going to set you up, that's when that kind of creep scope comes in. Like, I don't have enough. You feel less than. So I hope what all of you take away tonight is to just kind of do a big time out, get that calendar out, know that clothing is here to serve you, make you feel great, make you experience life in a lighter, more joyful way. And I promise you this can all get easier, but I am always surprised at how many people really just want to have that capsule wardrobe and they're not even thinking about their calendar, their reaction to fabrics, their heel height tolerance. And when I approach capsule wardrobing, I tie it more to lifestyle than anything else. So tonight, we do have a new blog. If you haven't seen it yet, Sarah will pop the blog into the chat. And I had a little bit of fun with it. I did 5 fresh summer capsules for you to plan out now. The other tool, and I don't have it here with me, actually I do have it here with me, is if you don't have our portable packing rack yet, this is what it looks like all packed up, but this is a great tool as well. Like when I'm with somebody, I pop this open. We just got a bunch more in stock. Sarah will put the link. But this is also a great way to be able to pull things out of your closet in your ideal capsules. And that's how once I know everything in the closet fits, reflects the person's life, how they actually live, with fabrics that feel really comfortable, with heel heights that feel really comfortable, then I start making the capsules with the stuff I know that works. So I hope that makes sense. There's no like skipping the line here. Like, to really dress well and to be able to put your capsules together, you really have to start with the basics that fit and flatter and the ones that you want to grab for. So of course, when I think of capsule and I just go to black, like a black capsule, it would be a black pant, a black pair of jeans, a skirt, a black dress. And I'm going to illustrate all of this tonight. Maybe black loafers, a pair of black heels, a pair of black boots. I had black boots on even last week. It was so cold here. And I make sure that those things fit. And then I might put on the list, they don't have a black dress that fits them in a fabric that's a little stretchy, that's going to flatter, that they can then throw a blazer on over. They can put heels on and a shawl and go to a dressy event. So the same thing, like white denim is one of my picks. Like having white jeans, long jeans, cropped jeans, maybe white denim skirt, white denim dress, maybe with a little stretch. I don't think you can have a white denim capsule without a jean jacket, but making sure that those items are in really good shape, not stained from last summer, still fitting you. And then it's about, what do you do and what do you need those pieces to do for you? For instance, if you're going to wear a really exaggerated full cut white denim jean to go out to a party, then you're probably going to do it with some heels so it's not dragging on the floor. Maybe it's a wedge. And then maybe if you want to just be in your white denim jeans with a pair of sneakers, you want those to be a little bit more cropped. So even in my wardrobe, I have probably 5 pairs of white jeans because I wear them so much in the summer, but each one is unique. I have ones that are really, really light that I wear when it's really hot, and then I have other ones that I'm wearing. I actually have it up here right now. So there's no skipping the line here when you're talking about capsule wardrobing. You have to eat your vegetables. I just said that to a client the other day. She had so many pants and she wasn't wearing any of them. I said, okay, time out. She's like, do I really have to try on every single pant? I said, yes, you do. We got rid of a lot of them. We saved. Some looked really great on her. Some were a little dated. Some were orphans. So it's really getting a handle on what you have before you go shopping, before you start putting the actual capsules together. And the goal of capsule dressing isn't to say, oh, I have these capsules in my closet. It's to be able to pack very effectively, go away for a weekend effectively, get dressed effectively, do more with less. All right. So I just kind of wanted to frame up, you know, our approach and why sometimes, not always, but sometimes when we hear people say, I just want a capsule wardrobe, it's almost like an eye roll because there's so much that needs to go into having a truly functional wardrobe. And typically it does require you to go through what you have, retire things, and come up with a very small amount of clothing that allows you to move really, really fast. So put in that chat again where you're calling in from. If you'd like to get the rack, which is a really great tool, those of you that have been in our world, put in the chat if you have one of those racks. They're so much fun. And now let's dig into the capsules. So again, I could come up with a capsule for so many different. I actually came up with 10, and I had to limit it to 5 because we only have 30 minutes, and we were tying this to the blog. But the first one that I came up was is the Devil Wears Prada Boss Babe capsule. And of course, put in the chat if you saw Devil Wears Prada. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. We went on opening day, 2 in the afternoon. Sarah and I played hooky, had so much fun. We had a group of clients with us, one here in Chestnut Hill, and it was very different than the first one. And I think the first Devil Wears Prada is so iconic that you can't compare it. But this one was very fun. I found this one to be a little bit sad in a lot of ways. We had a nice group discussion about it after. They really did a great job of depicting the current state of luxury retail, the current state of retail in general, magazines in general, ad spend in general. They did a lot with ageism, that was the part that I thought was really sad, but it's definitely worth seeing it, and it was really amazing. So when I think of the Devil Wears Prada Boss Babe wardrobe, this is what I have in mind. So those of you, I shot a video on this, but the first thing I did when I was going to the Devil Wears Prada is I did go to my black capsule because it's shot in New York. Of course, the iconic images are Anne Hathaway and, them running in and out of the buildings with the men's inspired looks, the monochromatic looks. Of course, the really high heels were still in Devil Wears Prada too. Meryl Streep just stole the show, but I'm not talking about they had some incredible dresses and ball gowns and they were in Milan, but I'm talking about that, in and out of the office. The Devil Wears Prada sequel is bringing back a lot of that power dressing. So I went in my closet and I pulled out a black dress, and then this is one of my most man's inspired blazers. I love this. I actually forgot that I had it, but it's literally, the name of it is Boss, which I was getting. Made me laugh. And the way that what I asked everybody to wear some red, and to also bring their best devil look. So I did this jacket, this men's inspired jacket, the monochromatic base. I also threw my pearls on there. I think that pearls can really soften the lines of this, a more masculine look. And then I went in my closet. I actually went on Amazon and I got this red pin because I asked everybody to wear red. I got this red Pashmima, however you say it. Oh my goodness, I always get tongue-tied on that word. But it was chilly, and this is how I walked into the movie. And then I went in my closet. I could not go to the Devil Wears Prada without a little bit of designer. And I had my Chanel pumps, which I've had for so long. And of course, the slingbacks are in. The heel height on this is really good. I love these pumps. And I didn't even think to look in my designer bag, but I did have a Prada bag. I was so bummed that I didn't bring this to the movies, but I bought this at a consignment store. I have this little Chanel bag too, real Chanel bag, that I also got at a consignment store. So this is the time. We had a great time last Thursday at the Closet Exchange here in Needham, which I think is one of the best consignment stores around. But if you really like kind of that Devil Wears Prada vibe that's really popular right now, Sarah did a great job in the blog. She's got an incredible jacket that's very similar to mine from Ann Taylor Loft. Sarah, I love that jacket you posted. But if that's something that you want to adopt in your wardrobe for work, that's what I mean about thinking about a capsule and a vibe. And what I did is I put the rack out, and I went in, and I actually didn't wear that dress because it's sleeveless. I had another black dress that's a lightweight knit that was long sleeve. It was really cold that day. So I put my black dresses out. I put my jackets out. And then I just started playing with the accessories. And I didn't wait to the last minute. We went on Thursday, and over the weekend, you know, I did go on to Amazon and picked up these pieces, and then I just played in my closet. The other really fun thing is the Old Navy, a wink to Sue Perry. Is Sue Perry on the line tonight? Sue had written on one of our posts about the Devil Wears Prada that Old Navy was having they were doing like a merchandise retail promotion tied to the movie. So Sue, I got in my little Batmobile and went right over to Old Navy, and I picked up this sweater. Isn't it cute? This blue is one of my best colors. And if you can see the little red Devil Wears Prada shoe, I just got such a kick out of it. They had some really whimsical t-shirts. I bought a couple and gave them away. I gave one to Sarah, but they just had a lot of the Miranda Priestley's really classic expressions on the t-shirts, and I just love this sweater. So number one that I came up with is the Devil Wears Prada Boss Babe capsule, and I had a little fun with that because of the movie. But if you work outside the home, if you're still, a lot of our clients are dressing for work again, especially for conferences. We have a ton of conferences in May. I'm telling you, it is May-Sember here. We are helping with weddings and conferences and graduations and family trips and you name it. But putting together your work capsule, if you are someone that likes jackets, I tend to love jackets. I just love them. Get a rack out, or just start to make that be your capsule. And if you limit it to just a couple of colors, like you just saw, I did black and white and then popped things with red, that's how you have a capsule that can really carry you. The second one that I did, and I've already referenced it, is the white denim capsule. And I already shared with you, when I'm working with somebody, I'm making sure they have a couple of white jeans. If white jeans are something that they actually like to wear. I have clients that tend to carry their weight on the bottom, and there's no way they're going to do white jeans. Or if they do want to do it, we have to make the time to really. I had someone last week, and so thrilled. We finally got a gorgeous pair of white jeans that really looked great on her, and she's like, "Thank you so much for helping me do this, because I would have given up 5 pairs ago." And I think we tried on about 10 pairs before we got one. And of course, I was there helping her and making sure that what we coordinated it with flattered the rest of her body. But so say white jeans aren't the best on you, maybe you're going to do a white jacket. I didn't bring everything down that I have. A lot of my white denim is at the Cape, actually, but you get the gist. And what I love about white denim is I start wearing it. I sometimes wear it year round. I like to combine it with cream early in the season, and then I do wear a lot of white denim in the summer, and I might Memorial Day to 4th of July, I'm going to put it with a lot of the red, white, and blue. That's how I'm going to do my denim. And then as July keeps going, I tend to do a lot of yellows and pinks with my white denim. And then when August comes around, I love putting olive green. What else did I bring down here? Some of the mustard colors, and bringing it into fall. I also love white denim with any kind of chambray blue. So you get the gist. And even in September, I love doing like a brown booty with my white jeans. So I'm a big fan of white. Again, if white bottoms aren't your best, even there's some beautiful white, even when I was at Old Navy, I was like cruising around. There was some great white denim dresses and vests, and of course the jacket. So if you're someone that likes that white denim capsule, that's a great way to pack, a great way to go away for the weekend. And again, when know that the pieces fit and flatter, they match your vibe, match your color story, match your calendar, make you feel really good, that's when you can start to capsule it and say, oh, I've got the pants, I'm going to get 3 tops that are going to work in different weather. Working with somebody right now that's got a very casual graduation party in their backyard the day of graduation. They're going to do like coffee and donuts and all that kind of thing in the morning. And she's wearing white jeans, a white, where'd I put it? I just got her this Nick and Zoe. I got it for myself and I got it for her, but the white, all monochromatic, and then she's wearing this really oversized see-through blouse, and it's got a 3/4 sleeve, so if it's really hot, she can just roll it and be fine. If it's cold, she's got some coverage, but that's the way you do it, is you get the base pieces covered first. The third one is the nautical capsule, and I'm a big fan of this because I'm at the Cape so much in the summer, and I love red, white, and blue. By the way, I do a lot of this color blue. This is what drew me to this sweater. It's one of my favorite shades, and I love how it, and I love that it had the little red. I hope you can see that. Again, put in the chat if you saw the Devils Wears Prada and what your favorite takeaways were. But what really got me to buy this sweater was the red on the blue, which I think is really, really pretty. Now, the interesting thing with the nautical capsule is I have many, many different clients, many different ages, many different sizes, many different style vibes, and I can almost make anybody a great nautical capsule that they love to wear. So what I tend to do, and then I steal other pieces, like my white jeans move very nicely into that nautical palette. And when I'm pulling together a wardrobe, like for instance, this sweater has that nautical vibe, and the shirt with the stripe is also part of the nautical vibe. So I get everything on the rack, so I'll just start pulling things out and people don't even know what I'm doing. And I'm looking at, I might grab a red linen dress that they wear to work, and I might ditch the jacket that they wear with it. I might say, get that hem to your knee, put a sandal on with it, and put a white sweater around your shoulders, and it becomes, part of that nautical vibe for that person. I might go a little boho with some other folks where I might do, a white flowy pant and a really, this sweater I have on is a little more conservative. It's a little big on me, by the way. I couldn't get it in the size I needed, but I loved it so much I got it anyway. And it was only $40, okay, at Old Navy. Old Navy, love it. I digress. And I might do more of just thinking of someone I work with. She had really cool rope sandals that the rope had a really good vibe, and she's like, just didn't know what to do with them. And when we did the white flowy pants, a striped t-shirt, and again, the reds, the whites, and the blues, she was like really loving it, really feeling it. And then you got to, again, look at what do you do over Memorial Day? What do you do? Like, I go to a 4th of July party every year that I need that. I've got it over there in my dress collection. I've got like a long red maxi dress. And I can make that look really 4th of July. I can make it look really nautical. But nautical is one of my favorite capsules that I just love to play with. I don't know if I brought so much of my nautical stuff is at the Cape. But, oh, here's a new sweater that I got that to me is a nautical vibe. So it's really pretty. It's Staud, S-T-A-U-D. I paid up for this. I got it last year, but it's shorter. It looks really great with my, you know, light blue jeans right now. In the summer, I'll probably do like a white full jean, but I can put, you know, the stripe. I think striped shirts, by the way, are everywhere. I just picked this one up. It's oversized. It's got the flower. I can wear this unbuttoned. I can roll up the sleeves. So for me, I'm kind of classic with a twist, and I like some of the more high-end designer cuts. But I can also make all this stuff look nautical and still make it me, make it a little bit different. And I just took this out of the wash, so it's a little bit wrinkled. But this is one of my favorite denim shirts that I can wear with this sweater. I can wear with my reds and my whites. So I hope that that's helpful. Another capsule that was on my list that didn't make the blog cut, but I'll share it with you, is you can even have a red shoe capsule. I was like, I get obsessed with these blogs and my live show. I really do love doing this. So thank you for showing up and having fun with me. But I was thinking, I do so much with red shoes. So, you know, so these are my red sneakers. Whenever I see red sneakers, I grab them. But you know, I can wear these on the boat. I can wear these to parties. I actually wore this to my girlfriend's 60th birthday party. The invitation said, come, you know, fun and whimsical. So I did the red shoes with this blouse, the white jeans that I have on. What else did I put with it? I did some jewelry or something. So I love having red sneakers. I also have, you know, these little red from last year. I love them. Sam Edelman. These shoes are still everywhere. I've been seeing them. But just look how pretty and light. And I went to a baby shower on Saturday, and it was for a little boy. So I wore this maxi dress, which I love. It was freezing here in Boston, so I was so grateful that I had a dress with a sleeve. And, you know, my red sandals. I have these red sandals that I wore with the dress, and it was in Boston, and I slipped these on. I had these in my bag because I put these on the way out. So you can have, you know, think about your sneaker wardrobe, your sneaker capsule. So I have these red. So excited. Whenever you see a pair of red shoes, try them on, and if they work, keep them, because they just expand your wardrobe. But I have these. I have my platform white. I have my lowrider white. So when I'm planning a wardrobe with somebody, I've usually have the clothes on the rack, and then I'm doing like the shoe capsule underneath, and I'm always going back to, how do you live? What is your comfort level? What is your style vibe? And I'm subtracting, and then I'm making notes of what to add. And it's like anything in life, when you get laser focused and you know what you need and you make a list, all of a sudden things start coming in. So I guess I'm sharing six with you because I just included the shoe wardrobe. And then the t-shirt capsule, that's a really important one. And a lot of people overlook that. But if you don't have the right t-shirts in the summer, you can really limit yourself. That's when the frustration comes in. So all of my clients right now, I'm buying them these Nick and Zoe. I bought them for myself. I've got a navy one and a white one. The reason I like them is they're not see-through, they're not clingy, and even if you don't show your arms, again, the woman I just told you, my client she's wearing the white jeans. And the other thing is the top is so see-through that if she put a different color top with the white jeans, you're gonna see it. When you do all white jeans, white top, it's that monochromatic base, and then the shirt just slips over it. So I'm going to what am I doing Friday? Chamber of Commerce breakfast here in Needham. And I'm going to wear this top, white pants, and a hot pink blazer. If it's chillier, I'm going to probably do the navy pants and the hot pink blazer. And I have I have a scarf that will look great with the blazer no matter what I wear. So I always have fresh sleeveless. I then always have short sleeve. I don't like sleeveless on me as much as I used to. And I always have a 3/4 sleeve. It's not even really for me, but when I'm putting together the capsules in somebody's wardrobe, especially this time of year, and I actually have a lot of fun doing it. I put them all on the same hangers, but I'll do the sleeveless shells. Again, even if somebody's not a sleeveless person, I'll tell them we're going to come back to that and revisit it. And then whenever I can find a sleeve with a little cap like this is one of my favorite summer t-shirts, still in pretty good shape. It's a couple years old now, but this gives me that arm coverage. And I wear pink jeans, green shorts. It's just great to have. I was going to call this one the white tea capsule, but I was doing the white jean capsule. But I work with white first, then I go into navy, of course black, because it just works, especially for my working friends. And like, this is a nice white t-shirt. I love this. People that are, myself included, that don't like that clinginess through the midsection. This is a little bit see-through. I might put a sleeveless cami, but I love this. And I wear this with linen pants, linen shorts. You get the gist. And even this little guy, I can't believe how much I wear this t-shirt. It's cream. It's got a sleeve. It's got more of that boho vibe. I wear this a lot, but I find because it's cream, I wear this with my olives and then my browns going into August in the fall. Last year I had these olive green parachute pants that I wore with this top. I had this little kind of camo jacket that looked really nice with it. And then I had those, what are those sandals called? They're like fisherman wedgie sandals, you know what I mean? So the whole vibe of it worked. And I'm telling you, to really nail the dress code in the summer, get rid of half of the stuff that's in your closet now. Summer stuff gets tired fast, it gets stained. It's a very short season, so having fewer things that you really love is the way to use clothing in a really intentional way. All right, so I got that going there. What else? Oh, I wanted to show you my new red bathing suit. I like bathing suit shopping as much as the rest of you probably, but I had like a good hour the other day and I was like, I'm just gonna get this done. But I found this red, I'm a one-piece girl, and I really like it. And this really, again, just speaks to that nautical vibe that I wear a lot on our boat. But this has been on my list for a really long time. Like, I really needed a new bathing suit. And I was like, oh, if I can get a red one. So when you go into the bathing suit department, of course, with bathing suits, it's more about what fits than anything. But I was like, oh my goodness, there's a couple of red suits. Let me try them on. And this one just happened to fit. So I wanted to share that with you. And then the last capsule that I'll share, and what do I need to say to all of you guys? Again, say hello in the chat. We'd love to know that you're here. And if you'd like a rack, we've just got a bunch of them back in stock. What else was I going to say, Sarah? Oh, let us know if you saw Devil Wears Prada and what your favorite thing about the movie was. Let me know what's resonating here tonight, what you're going to do. I always like you all to take one or two things away, so put in the chat what you're going to do as a result of the show. And the number 5 capsule is the summer dress capsule. I was like, oh, I'm like, duh. It's got to be the summer dress capsule. And I do that. I've talked about it a little bit tonight, but dresses, especially if they have pockets, I've never met a woman that didn't say, oh my goodness, pockets. Everyone gets excited with pockets. But going back to the rack, okay, I will show you the rack. For anyone out there that does not have a rack, I think we've sold this to most of you, but I'm just going to demonstrate how fantastic this is if you are serious about getting your wardrobe under control and having a really rocking good time this summer. especially if you're traveling. I bring this to the Cape with me. I have it set up in my closet. I go back and forth to the Cape all summer, and I have my, you know, I've got this up. Can you see this? I hope you guys can see it. Sarah, let me know if you can't see it. I'll turn the camera a little bit. But this is the rack, guys. It comes together as quickly as you just saw, and you can just start hanging stuff. So what I do with the rack when it comes to summer dresses is, you know, a lot of closets, everything's just kind of thrown in there. Maybe one of the things you take away tonight is, if you haven't cleared out the winter yet, clear it out. But I'll just put the rack open and I'll put all the dresses on it. And even if they're dresses that people wore to work, I'll look at how those, because a lot of people just aren't dressing up as much anymore. So I love to like really look at what's in there, retire some things, of course, but then show people how to dress down their dresses. And there's nothing easier than throwing a dress on when it's really hot. I'm not a huge linen fan because it wrinkles. But there's a couple of linen dresses that I have that when that temperature soars, they're just so fantastic. So I didn't bring too many dresses down because you've seen my entire wardrobe at this point. The last show we did on April 1st was all about dresses. So I just wanted to show you a couple that are in my rotation. I showed you, I almost didn't buy this dress because I thought it was a little boring. I have worn it so much, it's long. I showed you that I do it with the red shoes. I have a really pretty necklace. And I love that it's got the 3/4 sleeve. And it's just so perfect with the finicky weather that we have. So I've got that guy. I showed this on the last live, and I wore this to the Cinco de Mayo party, and I just love it. The other thing is, if you love some of these funkier dresses, I got this at a dress store in South Carolina with my good friend Ann. Ann, if you're watching, thank you for shopping with me. I don't shop with too many people, but Ann was so fun. So I've already worn that once. I'm wearing it to a bridal shower in June. And then I also brought these two guys down. So these are Anthropologie. I bought them 2 summers ago, and I never bring them to the Cape. I have them here in Boston. They're black. I wear them with sneakers. This one's sleeveless, and this one's a little dressier. It's got a nice sleeve. It's really lightweight, but these don't even go to the Cape with me. They stay here in Needham, so I can wear them when I'm here, out and about. I try to limit the amount of black I wear at the Cape. But that's it. I'll go through the list again. The Devil Wears Prada Boss Babe capsule. Wink, wink. Let me know if that one resonated with you. But that's really fun to go through your closet and look at some of those structured bags that you haven't worn in a while. Some heels, maybe some high heels that you want to buy. I don't wear high heels too much, but I do have a couple pairs that I put on. Look at some of your vintage stuff. Look at some of that man-tailored look. And the other cool thing right now is all the, Jay McLaughlin actually has a tremendous pair. High-waisted, pleated, linen, not too wrinkly trouser, very man-inspired. It's just fitting a lot of my clients. I saw it in a catalog, and I had 3 of them order them, and they're just thrilled with it. But you can find those things at Banana Republic, etc. Our blog again, dressingwell.com/blog. Sarah did a great job with the images there. But number 1 is the Devil Wears Prada Boss Babe capsule. Let me know if that resonates. Number 2, and I think it resonates with everybody because it is what it is, the white denim capsule. White jeans, white jean jacket, throw in a white vest, even like a white denim cool bag fits in that category. But white is white. It goes with everything under the sun, all the prints, all the colors. Just super practical. The nautical capsule, I hope I did an okay job explaining that, but that goes from shoes to sometimes just having a straw bag with a little anchor or some kind of whimsy is all you need to then just bring like a navy blue dress up a notch. So the nautical capsule I really love personally. The t-shirt capsule, probably the most practical on the list, but go through your t-shirts and make sure you have the sleeveless, the short sleeve, the long sleeve if you need it, the different fabric, different necklines. That's how you expand a wardrobe once you get the skirts, the shorts, done, then you add in the tops. You can even have a pickleball capsule. That's another one that I had on my list when I had it, or a tennis capsule. I know for me, we do a lot of bike riding in the summer, and I even have that little capsule so that I'm not making everybody wait for me when when the time comes to hit the bikes. We were on the bikes for Mother's Day, and I had a couple of things to choose from, which made it really, really easy to get dressed. So look at that calendar and make it ties to your capsule. And then finally, we had the summer dress capsule, which summer is so short. We love it. It is a time to celebrate life. So I hope that 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 of these ideas resonated with you. I read every single comment. I love when the camera goes off. I get to sit and read your comments. So let me know what resonates, what you plan to do. And we are in striking distance of Memorial Day. It is right here. I feel her calling. So get that closet in great shape so that you can settle into summer, have the right things that help you celebrate life and add a little joy to your day in a very non-stressful way. So thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of the night. Thank you so much to Sarah for manning the chat. You guys know where to find us. We are booking into June. May is pretty full, but we're around. We always make time. So if you want to get on our calendar, we offer both virtual and in-person sessions. We also do speaking engagements. Women's groups are one of our favorite ways, and we are not going anywhere this summer. If summer's a better time to tackle that closet, we're your ladies. So thanks again, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.